Very much, and we are continuing to follow a developing story down in Franklin County near the state line. A man is dead after an officer-involved shooting. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in Estill Springs following this investigation. Dan, good morning. Still detectives down there on the scene?
Detectives have now left. We're back at the crime scene location. They actually packed up here a couple hours ago, went back to the police department, but it looks like everybody's kind of scattered out after a long 14-hour night for these detectives. It all began about 5:30 yesterday with a gunshot here on Circle Drive in Estill Springs. We're told that deputies with the Franklin County Sheriff's Department were trying to serve a warrant on a man, 33-year-old Michael Sean Adams. But deputies say Adams started to run and at one point ran towards a deputy with a knife. That's according to the Sheriff's Department. That's when they returned with gunfire, shooting and killing Adams here on the scene on Circle Drive. So per state policy, the TBI is now getting involved as a third-party agency to review the facts, conduct interviews, look at all the evidence, and then they'll send over their findings to the District Attorney General of the 12th District, who will decide if any charges will be filed against the deputy who used his gun last night. Turned out to be a fatal shooting. We don't yet know the deputy's name, and we don't know what warrants they were serving on this man. Once we get that information, we'll pass it along, newschannel5.com. Reporting live this morning in Estill Springs, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. And we're getting our first look at the two men arrested after an officer-involved shooting yesterday in Hickman County. William Lydecker and Michael Schaffner are facing multiple charges. TBI agents say they led police on a high-speed chase and fired several shots at officers before crashing and trying to break into a nearby home. No one was hurt. And an accused armed robber finally gets nabbed thanks to social media. Our Kimberly Davis pulled the suspect's arrest warrant from overnight, and Kim, detectives used Facebook. They used social media to track her down.
That's right, Amy. According to this affidavit we were able to get our hands on, that's exactly how officers were able to track this woman down. But not only the suspect, the getaway driver as well. They found him on her Facebook page. Now, officers arrested 24-year-old Paige Hammonds after she walked into an Arby's located on the 2300 block of Murfreesboro Pike in Nashville back on May 9th. They were able to identify her as a person of interest. They gathered some of her suspect information and were able to track her down on Facebook. They're telling us they were also able to identify her by some of the clothing she was wearing in her pictures were actually the same clothes she was wearing during that armed robbery. She was arrested yesterday. She is behind bars this morning and is facing a charge of aggravated robbery. Again, they also tracked down that getaway driver. He was already arrested. His name was Felix Matos, and he was charged with aggravated robbery. For now, we are live at the Criminal Justice Center. I'm Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
Kimberly, thank you for the update on that. And heartbreaking developments as Kentucky State Police identify a body, that of a missing Clarksville teenager, DeAndre Palmers. 18-year-old DeQuavion James behind bars for the murder. He turned himself in yesterday. Palmer was reported missing back on July 16th after he was last seen near Oak Grove. His body found in the woods about 4 days later. State police using dental records to identify the 19-year-old. DeAndre's mom talked with us after the suspect was arrested.
My main goal was to come here, find my baby, and take my baby home. So now all I have to do is just take my baby home. That's it. That's it.
DeAndre's mother told us she has never seen nor heard about this suspect before. DeQuavion James is right now in the Christian County Jail.
Crossville police want you to look out for this alleged scam artist. Investigators say he's wanted for using a quick change scam at several subways. A quick change scam is when someone pays for small items with a large bill and then quickly asks for different change amounts, confusing the cashier. If you recognize this guy, call Crime Stoppers.
Why in the world would a mom be arrested for just walking her toddler along the roadway? Well, it happened in Manchester because mom, police say, was high on meth. Amanda Skidmore facing several charges right now, including child abuse, public intoxication, and possession of methamphetamines. The 38-year-old just strolling down Burgess School Road Tuesday night. Kid along for the ride there, just kind of walking along. Told deputies she was trying to get to her dad's house when she got arrested and she got lost. Deputies also found out she was high at the time, so they made the arrest. State troopers are investigating a deadly crash over in Wilson County. One person killed last night on I-40 near the Highway 109 exit. Details are pretty limited. We do know that it involved a car and a commercial vehicle.